Welcome to episode 12 of the Roo Show. Today is a special episode because it's NBA Finals themed because of the game on Sunday night between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, segments today. We got Off Topic, then we got some Roozdogs, then we got the RZS Flashbacks, and then we're capping it off. It's a big game for the game of the week. All right, let's begin. Welcome to everybody's favorite, Off Topic. Today we actually had a little story vote, and the winner was Pop-Tart flavors. So,
you guys voted?
Yeah,
they wanted to see it, so we're bringing it.
Yep, Pop-Tart flavors. Let's start. Starting with the honorable mention, we have Boston Cream, Chocolate Fudge, and Chocolate Chip.
Some good ones. Just good ones to start out with. Those are good ones to pull off the shelf if they're right there in front of you. So.
Yep, they're all three chocolate. Chocolate Fudge, I think they're in some variety pack when I was little, and they were always the last one I'd eat out of, but it's whatever.
They're still good.
Yeah, and chocolate chip's fine. It's got no icing, but it's fine. I've never had Boston Cream. But
Boston Cream's pretty good. I've had it once, and it was a pretty good one.
Good. Number 10, probably the coolest looking one, Wild Berry at number 10. I mean,
a little swirl on the top of it.
Yeah, it's not that tastes good. I think it just looks cool, so I think it deserves to go on the list, but that's all I got to say about it.
It's not a terrible flavor, but not the best.
Exactly. So, number 9, I think this one's pretty good. When I first got it, I thought it was amazing, but it's banana bread.
Banana bread. I've personally never had it. I want to try it now that I've seen it and he's had it, so. But
it's pretty good. I didn't think it was the best Pop-Tart I've had, but it's definitely worthy of a top 10.
Okay.
So, I'm glad it's at 9. Then number 8, this is one of my childhood classic Pop-Tarts. Good old cherry Pop-Tart.
Cherry Pop-Tart. I'm not a big fan of the cherry Pop-Tart. It didn't even make my list, but I'll go with what you say.
It's good. I mean, it's good.
It's good. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the sprinkles on it. Sprinkles have a little crunch, which is kind of sounds funky, but it's actually pretty good. But number 7, fancy little Pop-Tart here, Confetti Cupcake.
Confetti Cupcake's good. I like the Confetti Cupcake. It's got a unique flavor compared to anything else, and it's your average Confetti Cupcake flavor.
Yep, it tastes exactly like a cupcake with confetti on it. Yep. So, yeah, number 6 is Blueberry Frosted.
I think the Blueberry Frosted is an underrated Pop-Tart.
Okay.
Personally, I think it's a really good one.
You think it goes higher than 6?
I'm not. It depends. I think it's right at where it needs to be.
Okay, I agree. I think blueberry is just iconic. I think it deserves 6.
I think people overlook it though.
Yeah, it's definitely overlooked more. But on to our top 5. Very commonly loved flavor here, cookies and cream.
Yep, a lot of people love it. It's a really good Pop-Tart.
Can't mess up cookies and cream as a flavor, so there's no problem with that being at 5.
Yeah, it's perfect where it's at.
Yeah, number 4, heck of a Pop-Tart here, S'mores.
S'mores is so good.
Yeah, it's got that chocolate marshmallow feeling. It's so cool looking too.
It does look real cool. And it's the combination just goes so well together. That s'mores flavor is just perfect.
Yeah. Before I ask number 3, I gotta ask a very important question that I forgot to cover at the start of the Pop-Tart thing. Do you toast your Pop-Tarts?
I do not.
You don't toast your Pop-Tarts? Well, his list does not matter at all. Everyone should focus on mine because he's an idiot.
I think that's a terrible take.
For real?
I think...
You're telling me you're not... Especially s'mores.
Like, I understand. I've had them both ways. I just like my Pop-Tarts non-toasted.
Okay. I think the fruity ones, I think you're fine with not toasting. Strawberry toasted Pop-Tart doesn't make it any better. But... well, speaking of strawberry fraud... Strawberry's at number 3. I kind of spoiled that one, but...
Just gave it away.
I don't think you necessarily need to or toast that one, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think they're better without being toasted. And strawberry's a really good Pop-Tart. It's the classic. It's really what you think is when you think of a Pop-Tart, it's really what comes to your mind.
It's probably the second thing that comes to my head. But this next Pop-Tart is absolutely killer, especially when toasted. Number 2, Hot Fudge Sundae.
Hot Fudge Sundae is good. Last second, before we tallied up the vote or the points here, I flipped mine and I put Hot Fudge Sundae up one place.
Corporate decision there.
I had to make a corporate decision, a business decision, as I call it. It's such a good Pop-Tart.
It is. It's so good. I mean, it tastes exactly like a Hot Fudge Sundae. I mean, it'll burn the crap out of your mouth, but you'll be satisfied with it later. So, on to our number 1, I think this is pretty expected. I mean, the dadgum face of the Pop-Tart group flavors, brown sugar cinnamon.
Yeah, brown sugar cinnamon's a staple. It's just very good. The flavors just go so well together, and it's the perfect Pop-Tart.
Yeah, I agree. Brown sugar cinnamon, heck of a Pop-Tart. Never gonna be mad at it. I will say I like hot fudge better, but brown sugar, it's fine being at 1. It's perfect there. Can't go wrong with the cinnamon flavored things. So
that's the Pop-Tart off-topic Pop-Tart edition.
Yeah.
Voted on by you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for the suggestion. Let's go cover some NBA Finals stuff. So Roozdogs is just a rebranded version of Underdogs of the Year. Decided to change the name a little bit, but we're going to do it NBA theme. Starting with me first. My first dog is the Houston Rockets. They were probably a play-in team at the start of the year. That's what probably people would suggest for them. And Jalen Green, Sengun, Ben Vliet, Dylan Brooks, all of them just came alive. They somehow got the 2 seed.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, they lost to Golden State in 7, but still a heck of a year from the Rockets.
Crazy year. My team, Indiana Pacers. I think the number 1 most underrated team, or the Dogs, I would call them. They're the absolute dogs of the league. They what a performance they put on. They've been the underdogs in all but 2 games this entire playoffs. I believe.
That's wild. And they're in the game 7.
And they're in Game 7 of the NBA Finals with Halliburton, couple game winners. The moment, Halliburton. Tyrese the moment, Halliburton.
Yeah.
Siakam's been incredible. He won the Eastern Conference MVP. Crazy playoffs for them so far.
Yeah. Heck of a year for Indiana. Another team that had a heck of a year once again, because last year they also did the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, they traded Cat, and everyone's like, oh, that trade was for the Knicks. The Knicks are going far. The T-Wolves are setting back a little bit. But with Randall and DiVincenzo, they still made the Western Conference Finals again. Obviously, they lost to OKC, but they were underdogs against the Lakers and the Warriors in their series. I mean, they weren't the underdogs to the Warriors before Curry went down, but still a heck of a year. It's unfortunate that Edwards got hurt in the Thunder series. Would have been interesting, but still a great year from Minnesota.
My last team is the Detroit Pistons. What an unbelievable second half of the year. They were the worst team in December, I believe, and they turned it around starting in 2025 to make it to the NBA playoffs. Not a play-in. They made it straight into the playoffs, which is insane. Although they lost first round, what a incredible year from Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. What a great year. And Osur, I can't remember his name. Thompson.
The Thompson guy.
Yeah, he's what a great team.
Yeah, really all the Detroit teams have turned around since 2023. I mean, the Lions were trash, Pistons were trash, Tigers were trash. I don't know about the Red Wings much, but the 3 teams, the big 3 sports, they've turned around. All playoff teams now. So that's the end of Roozdogs. Let's go to our next segment. Very good segment here, RZS Flashbacks. Now this is going to be about NBA Finals, Game 7s. There's not that many of these, but we're picking out the top 5 and some honorable mentions. So
some good ones.
Yeah, let's start with the honorable mentions. Both these are pretty old. 1978, really old. Washington Bullets versus Seattle Supersonics. The game went down to the wire. The Sonics took it home. That's their only championship. Technically, that's the OKC Thunder if you want to look at it like that, but it's whatever. Yeah. And 1988, really pretty good game here between the Lakers and the Pistons, and the Lakers took it home.
Yeah, they did.
Pistons didn't have enough for them, but starting with our list, at number 5, 2005, the Dirty Pistons. Remember them? Do you ever watch them, the Pistons?
I think I've heard about them.
Yeah, they were crazy. And then the Spurs, which kind of kickstarted the little dynasty the Spurs had. Spurs took it home 81-74. And Ginobili had some tough shots at the end. Here's a clip from that.
Under 40 to play. Ginobili. And that's going to make it a 3-possession game.
And then Tim Duncan had a great game. So just really, really good stuff there from that game. Great environment. Home team took it home. So on to number 4.
Number 4, we had the Lakers versus Celtics in 1984. The Celtics took it home 111 to the Lakers 102. It was the classic Bird versus Magic matchup. The game was crazy. I think the craziest stat of them all was the outside temperature of the arena in the surrounding area was 68 degrees, while the inside temperature of the arena was 91. They should have played this game outside.
Agreed.
But the Celtics won from Bird's clutch plays. He shot amazing the entire game, and then another crazy thing was the fans storming the court before the game even ended.
Yeah, here's a clip of that on the screen.
Final second. Cooper goes to 3. It's over.
Yeah, wild stuff from that game. I mean,
Crazy stuff.
Larry Bird and Magic always had something up their sleeves.
Yeah.
Really good games. I mean, we didn't watch them, but we heard about it. So, number 3 is actually the same dang matchup. Just this one the Lakers took home in 2010. 83-79. Kobe Bryant versus stacked Celtics. I mean, that was just wild in the 2010s. And this was just the prime example of defense wins championships. I mean, 83-79, that is super low scoring, especially in 2010. And the only thing I really found from this very interesting was Ron Artest, the Indiana Pacer. His clutch 3, here it is.
Bryant looking. Artest, that's a 3. Bang! Lakers by 6 with a minute to play.
But yeah, Ron Artest, great shot. Kobe Bryant, great plays. Lakers took it home in Game 7. So on to number 2.
Number 2, we had the Heat versus Spurs in 2013. Not the Game 6 game that everyone's thinking of, where the Heat have one of the clutchest shots in NBA history, probably the clutchest. But the Heat won the game 95-88. The game is so good because of that Game 6 clutch shot. But LeBron had a crazy game with 37 points.
James pulls up, puts it in, 4-point lead.
Came down to the wire. The Heat won because Tim Duncan missed a couple shots or missed a shot, and the final moment of the Miami Big Three.
Yeah, I mean, that started the whole thing.
LeBron and Chris Bosh.
Yeah, that's kind of started the end of the Big Three. Actually, no, it didn't. They kind of went on. But, yeah, that Big Three is probably the most famous Big Three of all time. And they got it done in 2013. But on to number 1. You already know what it is. It's the classic Cavs vs. Warriors 2016 matchup. 93-89. Cavs took it home. Probably, I'd argue the most iconic game in NBA history. Yeah. I mean, the Cavs were down 3-1. LeBron trying to win it for Cleveland with it was a better, probably the best roster he's ever had at Cleveland. And I think we should just roll the clip, the iconic clip, play it on the screen.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
And another big moment, the Kyrie shot.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
And this is just it's an unbelievable game, and it took down the best team in NBA history, record-wise, the 73 Warriors. And I'm just hoping. I mean, I look at these. Our top 3. Our number 1 was 2016. That's the most recent Game 7. Our number 2 is 2013. Second most recent Game 7. Number 3. 2010, the third most recent. I mean, this game would slot perfect in 1. It'd be right in order. I'm hoping the Pacers and Thunder live up to the hype. Maybe we'll see another Halliburton clutch shot.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it's Halliburton.
Yes, sir.
The crazy shot. No Thunder players here.
Dang right. All right, let's go to our game of the week.
This is game of the week. The Pacers and the Thunder, Game 7, this Sunday, June 22nd, at 8 o'clock on ABC or YouTube TV. Tune in and watch. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, first, before we start the preview, let's look at the recap. So, starting with Game 1, I mean, the Thunder dominated the whole time.
Yep.
Thunder had like 20 more less turnovers than the Pacers. Pacers being the Pacers, came back, Halliburton game winner. We all saw it.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Game 2, the Thunder came back to fight to play. They the team, they just dominated. It was a great game from the Thunder. They haven't lost back-to-back games in since like 2024 or something like that. It was a good game for them.
Yeah. Game 3, Pacers clapped back. McConnell mania, as I like to say. He had a heck of a game. So did Benedict Mathurin. The bench came to play. Pacers took it down in Game 3 to go up 2-1.
In Game 4, the Thunder haven't lost back-to-back games. The MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, he pulls through a great game in Game 4 to keep the Thunder, or to tie the Thunder at 2-2 in the series.
Yeah. And Game 5, the Pacers lost back-to-back. J-Dub with the big 40 bomb. Thunder led the whole dang game.
That was a great game from J-Dub. In Game 6, the Pacers dominate. After the first 6 minutes or 4 minutes or so they were down, they came back and they didn't let off the gas. They ended up leading by 30 points at the end of the third quarter. Crazy game. The Thunder did not come to play, but the Pacers did, and they won.
Yeah, and let's start the preview for this Game 7. First, let's start with the keys. We're going to do both Indiana and OKC for the keys. Starting with both, they got to limit turnovers.
Yep.
Both teams, really. It's bad. The team with the less turnovers have been 5-1 in games. The only game that didn't apply to was Game 1 when the Pacers had 24 and the Thunder had 6.
Yeah. They both got to shoot threes. They both got to make the threes. It's been evident in all the games, the team that makes the most threes or the team that hits the threes and doesn't miss their shots is going to win.
Yeah, and another thing they got to do, they got to get off to a hot start. I love the fact that I love when my team is leading in the first quarter. That's what I want my Pacers to do. Yeah. So, hot starts are key, especially in Game 7.
Now, keys for individual teams, the Indiana Pacers, they got to play with pace. Their whole scheme, an offensive scheme and defense scheme, rather, are both about pace. They got to push the pace, and that's what the Pacers need to do, number one.
Yeah, and another thing the Pacers need to do, actually not necessarily the Pacers, but Tyrese Halliburton, has got to be aggressive. Get a floater early, get confident, shoot your threes, nail those threes like he did in Game 6. They'd be money. I mean, when Halliburton scores 20+, they're 8-1 or whatever it is. So.
And then another huge thing is the rebounds. The Pacers got to crash the boards on the shots. They have to get the rebounds. They did that in Game 6 really well. That's one thing that OKC is really good at, and it's tough against Holmgren. But when he's 7'1", our next closest is 6'11". But we gotta crash the boards and get rebounds.
Yes, and the last thing for Indiana, attack on defense. They got a ton of steals in Game 6. They got a ton of steals in Game 3. Most of that was from McConnell. It's got to continue if they want to win this game. Thunder are too good. Pacers attack on defense. They'll get the job done with ease.
Yep. For OKC now, SGA has got to get separation. He is the best player with separation. That post shot, he draws so many fouls, but he's got to get separation.
Yeah, and another thing the Thunder have to do, they got to stay conditioned. Pacers, highest pace team in the league. They deserve their Pacer name. The Thunder, I'd say they were tired in some of these games, but the games they've won, they weren't. And that's what they got to do. They gotta want it.
Yeah.
I mean, adrenaline's got to kick in at some point. So that's what the Thunder need to do.
A big thing for the Thunder is no easy shots. When they give up easy shots to the Pacers will hit them. The Pacers are really good and they're a really good shooting team, and the games that the Thunder have won, they have forced no easy shots for the Pacers, so that's a huge thing.
And another thing that OKC needs to do, actually Jalen Williams needs to do, is just score. I mean, when he scores, it focuses more attention on him so he can score more, or so SGA can score more. And when SGA is going, J-Dub can score. If them two just score back and forth, there's no way Indiana can win. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Yeah. And now our predictions. Eli, you can go first.
Yeah, I got
predictions.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise here. We both got Indiana winning.
Yeah.
I mean, these are our boys. We want to see it done. I have Indiana. I think it's gonna be close all through. Yeah. I think Thunder are gonna have the lead at the end of the first, and then Indiana's just gonna be there. Fourth quarter, they're gonna turn it on. they're going to win 103-99. No fancy shot from Halliburton, just a classic Pacers win.
Who's your MVP?
My MVP is Pascal Siakam.
That's a good one. I think he's going to win it too. Well, not necessarily, but
Yeah.
I had the Pacers winning, obviously. I have them winning 111-108 with a last-second buzzer beater by none only than Tyrese Halliburton.
Fifth
and
one.
the fifth one of the NBA playoffs this year, and I think the MVP will be Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean,
With his when coming out with the Game 6, playing huge, hitting his shots, I think he's gonna have so much confidence. He's gonna lead this team.
yeah, and I mean, I think that's how the Pacers win. Halliburton plays well, so I don't mind that at all. So, well, that's the end of our episode. We hope these boys take it home.
go
We're
Pacers.
cheering very hard for these boys. I mean, what a heck of a season they've had. I mean, I feel like we're just not giving the Thunder any credit, but we're just too caught up in the Indiana Magic. So, if you haven't, please subscribe. Please follow the Instagram. And maybe listen on that Spotify. And have a great night. And see y'all later.
See ya.